It has been a while, nearly 18 months in fact, since we've had every single diamond in the game, and been able to just kind of go to a map and just go for a hunt. At least kind of guilt-free, not feeling like we should be off grinding or hunting for a particular diamond. So we're here on Yukon Valley. I really like this map, I really enjoy hunting it. The one thing you see a bunch of gray wolves getting harvested in the game chat right now, when they try to go aggressive, they kind of just freeze in place. So we won't do as much wolf hunting maybe as we'd like, but caribou, bison, grizzly bear, hopefully we can get into all that today. No way, what the heck? I didn't even realize we were spotting that? A level 5 plains bison right out here in front of us. Not only did I not realize we were spotting that, I didn't even realize we joined a server that was bison drink time. I don't know why, but I was thinking 10 a.m. was moose drink time. It was years ago. I mean, pretty good way to start. So I've kind of camoed up all of our different rifles today, and I've got some medved camo on the 338, which we are going to get to use in very short order. I will say, he kind of looks like a troll. Hopefully he's not. But if this one will get out of the way, we're into about 180. Should be fine to punch a shot through the wind is pretty bad. Of course, that got his attention enough. Actually looks a little better at that angle. I want to spot these other ones too, because there's some okay ones in there. Up to alert. Oh, he was just turning as we shot. He went aggressive. I think that shot still hit the mark. Yeah, he's starting to go down. What a fast start here on Yukon. Now, diamond is about 181, and I think his estimate is 170 to 188 or something like that. So we'll see. But I noticed he kind of has a curve in the horns. And most of the big ones I'm seeing are a little more vertical, so fingers crossed. That is, wait, what is diamond? 183.5, 182.68 is that guy. 1120 kilo is pretty low, so I can't say I'm entirely shocked. Like I said, kinda thought those might have been troll horns when we initially spotted it. But we sure got into the bison part, as I mentioned there in the intro. Maybe there's other big ones around here. Man, that one ain't half bad either. 169 to 186 on his estimate. Another 987 to 1200 kilo bison just at the other lake. So we started here, and it wasn't even like fast traveled to it or anything to begin here. This is just where we left off last time we were on Yukon and got spawned in there. The two lakes around it, really good for plains bison, as we can very obviously see. Two pretty nice ones on either side. So let's go ahead. Even though that angle's kind of poor, think we can punch that through with the 338. Stay behind the shoulder so we get in there, and it's gonna go aggressive again. That was much better. I literally think he might be bigger. It would be insane, but he looks bigger to me. Now, I do think circumference plays a part, and that's probably where this guy could fall a little bit shorter. He's still gonna be high 170s, low 180s. 182.09, goodness. Missed diamond by about 1.5 twice in a row here. That's a good looking bison, lung and liver that time. I mean, if we can just improve a little bit from how we're starting here, we should have a heck of a hunt regardless of what we're after. Well, we seem to have found the other end of the spectrum now. A level 1 bull moose, 30 to 84. And just looking at that rack, I'm going to say there's a chance that's minimum weight. And almost definitely going to score in the 30s. Is that actually, that's got to be old spotting. Yeah, he's actually 170 meters away. So we should be good if he'll just stand still. Pop him right in the heart, and we get to just stay in here and let him float over. A little vengeance, I guess, on his part, making us wait. But a potential Hall of Shamer there. But from all our time moose grinding, I do believe that is just about as small as they can get. So, go figure. Started with level 5 bison, got a big 4 right after that, and then 409 kilos to not minimum weight. He's actually 47? I don't know how or where there are 47 inches. I know they don't go off inches of antler, but we're going to go with that. Sure doesn't look like it. The minimum weight's 400, so he's actually about 10 kilos above. So probably not a Hall of Shamer. We have got several in the 30s, but a pretty tiny moose nonetheless. When you get a bull moose that's 350 session score with a heart shot, pretty low scoring to do that. And, you know, the chaos of everything getting us started, I kind of forgot to introduce our loadout. This moose is trying to make sure we don't get a vital hit. I think that's going to work. And the reason I even bring up the loadout, I was maybe going to try to get one of these caribou before the moose showed up. That guy's going to slow to a trot. So we have the 303 British. I think we got a lung shot there. It's got the Hirschfelden wrap. We also have our 22-250. I think this one is the same camo that we used from Barhunga Savannah. And we have our 22, should we run into a Harlequin duck or a Canada goose, with the new parquet wrap. But caribou first, turns out they're a little easier to bring down than a moose. 291 silver for that guy just as he was trotting along. The moose, I could see him as we were coming over here. He dropped right by the water. Pretty good opportunity for a photo, I think. The only problem is the snow is starting to fade on us, and he's just a little further into the water than I would have liked. But this guy's going to be a 243, got the left lung there with the 338. And we're just going to keep on scooting along. I wanted to go kind of all the way north along here and then scoot south down to this part. We'll see if that actually works out. Plans rarely actually go as we intend, but maybe this one will work. And go figure, while the plan worked as far as, you know, not getting distracted and ending up elsewhere, nothing really down there of interest. So we're up here in the Yukon Forest now, and I kind of wanted to show, like, we can hunt wolves. It's just if we would spook them, they're going to freeze in place. So we're going to try to get this mythical about 300 meters out. Felt like that should have dropped right in there. And then all these ones are just going to stand still. Now, some of them didn't even go to, like, alert or nervous from that, which was kind of odd. But every single one of them, including, I guess, another mythical, are just going to stand here and basically look around, including also the one that we did shoot. Obviously, it took some time for him to go down. Still just sort of stood there. I'm curious, too. Maybe that's medium bleed rate and the vital hit? Because it looked like not very much blood at first. He is a 38.33. He's not a bad one. Left lung at 292. But essentially, if we spook a pack of wolves, all intrigue or anything kind of interesting in terms of trying to make the shot while they're moving or trying to make the shot before they would try to flee, go over a hill, anything like that, is gone. They're just stuck like that. Oh my goodness. An albino red fox. It's a level 4 female. I got the fleeing call from the male, and I saw that white flash across the screen. Unreal. I so wish it was going to be a male, but frankly, male or female, we will take it, and probably we should have taken it, as it was running there broadside. What a crazy spot to encounter. An albino fox, or fox in general. Not exactly a place you expect to see a whole bunch of them. We're going to scoot over here to the left and maybe see if we can squeeze a shot in there with the 22-250. I think we're going to be broadside enough. Take our time with this. Absolutely rolled her. That is, in all the years of Call of the Wild, and we're coming up on 7 years here in February, I've never seen an albino red fox until this moment. It's on Yukon. Up here in the marsh, and you know, going back to our red fox diamond grind that spanned 700 plus kills and frankly kinda never worked. Ultimately we got a diamond in multiplayer and then came back to single player one day and there was a diamond waiting on us there too. This was the area that I was kind of missing, and I'll explain more about that in just a second. I want to take a photo of that. Pretty darn cool looking. Our first ever albino red fox in 6+ years, nearly 7 years. A 7.15 silver. They are really cool looking. I never really appreciated the level of detail. And I guess, was it with New England or Mississippi? I can't remember when Red Fox got that rework. But that probably did help in adding the detail. They just look super, super nice. Let's tax that. I can't believe we just encountered that. So, on that Red Fox grind, we were getting to a point where we were killing nothing. And eventually I checked this area. I didn't know Red Fox drank in here. And we had 20 Red Fox all drinking across these little parts of the marsh. And it's kind of cool to come back here and now get an albino in multiplayer. And You know, it's these types of hunts. This is why I was so excited to finally get that diamond widgeon and diamond bobcat, because rather than, you know, always spending time going after those things, or always feeling like, alright, we gotta finish this video and go back and grind for bobcats or whatever it may be, we can just wander. There's no specific thing we gotta be after. We don't have to spend time just on one part of the map or anything like that. Wander around, let the hunt take us where it will, and it just led us to an albino red fox. That is awesome. Now, this is interesting. For whatever reason, we've got some aggressive wolves. Now, my one theory would be, well, they're gonna flee, but we got host to this server, and I'm kind of thinking that may be why they did go aggressive. There's no, like, ping, latency, anything like that could kind of factor into why they'd freeze in place. We'll have to experiment with that. Maybe one of these days we'll host a Yukon server and see if we can get wolves to go aggressive that way. Still gonna try to get, if nothing else, I think there was a mythical in there. Kind of wanted to shoot that level 5 female just because that is as high level as they can get, but we'll see what we can get a shot at. That's the mythical. If there was ever a time the 44 lever action would really be ideal, it would be a shot like that. Oh man, I don't know, the second shot, either it impacted him and we just didn't immediately drop him, or maybe we were just a tad late. He's dead, so might have got him. And there is that level 5 female. Now that one, no, she did just turn. One just went super speed, flying by. We got the 5. I think, yeah, the second shot did impact. That's the reason we got him. Just no immediate animation, because I guess he was already in one. But he's laying right there. Got that 5 up ahead. And I think those are probably going to be our last 2 kills. I think these are kills number 8 and 9 if I counted correctly. Not like we shot a ton of stuff today. But I mean, an absurd hunt here on Yukon Valley. We start off with a troll bison. The very next kill is a level 4 bison that almost makes diamond as well. And then an albino red fox. Just, like I said, wandering around, no specific thing that we're worried about going after. And it actually was the beginning of red fox drink time. I didn't even realize that. And again, it's kind of that advantage of just letting the hunt take us wherever it may. 34 score, so they were aggressive then fled. When that happens, you can sometimes still hear them growling and stuff as they run away. I guess they still bare their teeth and stuff too, but let's jump back to the lodge and take a peek at our albino. And we really have been making some significant improvements to this second lodge lately. We just went through kind of the difficulties of trying to find a spot for the new diamond bobcat in our main lodge. So I know we don't currently have an open spot for this. I kind of think because of the rarity, because of the fact that it took us nearly 7 years to get an albino red fox. In that time, we killed, I don't know, half a dozen piebalds, I think 3 melanistics, only the 1 albino ever. And I think I'd like to put it in that lodge if we can figure it out. But for now, it has a place here in the second lodge, and certainly has a place as one of my favorite kills from Yukon Valley ever. And I think on that note, that's going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.